What's up, Warrior Babes? Hey, everyone. Nikki here, and welcome to our Saturday Warrior Babe Revolution rally call. Guys, super excited to be here with you today and get you guys fired up with some motivation as we move into a new week. So we'll get started in just a few minutes. Go inside the Facebook group. Let the other Warrior Babes know that this call is getting started. They don't want to miss today's call. They want to make sure that they get on real time rather than, I know there's some people who listen to replays, and the replays are great, but sometimes being in the moment together, all of us, and hearing me can really, make everybody feel a certain type of way, being in the moment and listening to this conversation live. So go in the Facebook group, let them know that this call is getting started, and let the other babes know that, they want to chime in. So if you are new to Warrior Babe, welcome all to the new Warrior Babes. I'm so excited that you guys are here and excited to be a part of your journey and see your transformation. Now, we do these calls every single Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure that you mark your calendars, you guys set your alarms. I do have an announcement, and I'll share that at the end of this call about we're going to be switching up this timing next week and for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I will share that announcement at the end, and we'll also make sure that it's live inside the Facebook group so everybody knows that this call time will be changing. But anyway, all the new Warrior Babes, I'm excited that you guys are here and excited that you're tuning in. And I'll even say this later on, probably most likely, but immersing yourself as much as you possibly can and focusing on one thing instead of focusing on whatever you've done in the past, instead of focusing on, keto or what everybody else is saying out there. All you need to do is focus on one specific thing, give it all of your energy, follow through with the commitment, and you will get results. Don't sidetrack. Don't have shiny object syndrome. Don't, see another 6-week or 7-week challenge online and dive into it. Focus on this. If you are here, put your commitment to Warrior Babe, and that is it. That's all. I've seen people in this program for years, and one of them dove into keto. Now is back because she realized keto wasn't the right thing to do. So, guys, put your focus in one thing, and that's it. That's all you need to do. All right? So really quick before I start, I want to run through some updates with you guys and just share, if you're a new Warrior Babe, this is really, really important. When people dive into something new, they can get easily overwhelmed. And this is what I tried to do at the beginning of when people come into this program, is to eliminate that overwhelm and help you guys just focus on one thing per day. Now, yeah, it's for the first 14 days, but let me tell you, this isn't another 30-day challenge or another 6 weeks or 6 days, 6-pack abs or whatever the hell it is. This isn't a carnivore diet. This isn't a bullshit diet fad that's gonna crash your metabolism and then leave you wondering what the fuck you should be doing next. Okay, so suck it up for the first 14 days and go through the blast off emails, or even in the unit section inside the Facebook group. If you go through the first 14 days, you are setting yourself up for long-term success. I shared one of the results of one of the babes who took the first month just to get her head wrapped around something new, and she has excelled with what her body looks like, and she hasn't even dove into workouts yet. I shared this with you guys on Wednesday's Q&A. So if you guys take it day by day, look, I get it. People want to jump in. People want results yesterday. Well, you know what? It's not going to fucking happen. You got to commit to this and put your effort into it, and then the results will come. But if you are somebody who wants results yesterday or wants results in 6 days or wants results in 9 days, that's just not going to happen. And that's when you're going to get overwhelmed and frustrated and pissed off, and you're going to quit. Now, the reason why I built the blast of emails is to eliminate that, so that you come in here strong-headed, you start off with a strong foot, and you set yourself up for long-term success by implementing this new lifestyle into your own world. Think about it, you guys. I shared this on the Q&A too as well. We've all made lifestyle changes. Every single one of you have made lifestyle changes. You've went to school, you went to college, you've gotten married, you've had kiddos, or you're in the later stages where you have grandkids, right? And every single one of those lifestyle changes has surmounted to routines and new habits That is exactly what I am implementing with you here inside of WarriorBabe, but it's more focused on the health side of things. You are setting health routines, health habits. Many of you think about that. It's going to blow your mind. How many of you guys have actually implemented health routines, like you've implemented things in your marriage, or like you've implemented things with your kids, or you've implemented things for yourself when you were going through school? How many of you guys have implemented health habits? Right? That's what I'm trying to do here with you in WarriorBabe. So if you are somebody who wants results in 9 days or 6 days or yesterday, then honestly, maybe this program isn't for you. And you need to go and find the 6-week program or the 30-day program or something that's going to get you the results quick, and then you're going to be left to figure out what the fuck to do next. Because inside of WarriorBabe, it may take you a month for your metabolism to get back up to speed because of the shit you've done to it. Okay? Or it may take a month and a half. But no, and that's why these first 14 days, it's just 14 fucking days to get you set up on the right track. Okay, so I just wanted to put an emphasis on that because I've seen a lot of people inside of the community that are like 3 weeks in, they're getting frustrated, or they're 9 days in and they're wondering what to do about their tummy. Like, guys, this is a lifestyle, okay? And just implement the things that I'm sharing with you inside of this application and inside of these Q&A calls and inside these rally calls. Majority of it is mindset. That's why majority of our rally calls are focused around mindset. It's getting you to see the changes that need to be made in your lifestyle. It's getting you to see the changes that need to happen that are outside of your comfort zone. It all starts within your mind, and if your mind can believe what you want, the body will achieve it. Just like that quote. Like, it's so true. But you have to actually believe in yourself, and you have to actually believe in what you're implementing for yourself in order for the results to come. So that's my emphasis on that. That could have easily been like the rally call, but I thought that was fire. But I really just want to put that focus there and know that this is a lifestyle. And the things I'm sharing with you are the things that I have had to implement for myself over the past 4 years. Now think about it. Instead of somebody who takes 10 years to get a goal done or 20 years to get a goal done, they're looking back and be like, damn, like, you know, it's taking me 10 or 15 years to get here. I've done this in 4 to 5 years, and now you guys are taking my tips that I've done. You're going to get done faster. I want all of you to exceed far and beyond what I've already done. That's my goal with you guys. Okay, but you got to listen to me, and you got to ditch the old thought processes that you have all been thinking of, or that you attach yourself to from past things that you tried, and then you kind of get in your own fucking way when you're like, well, I used to do this and this worked. Yeah, well, did it really work, or did it work for 6 weeks and then you wound up, you know, back to square one or putting weight back on? Like, that's what I'm trying to get across. Okay. So, yeah, I really could turn this just, you know, next what I was going to talk about today, just to really turn this into a rally call. But I'm not going to, because I feel like the topic that I do have today is going to kind of really focus on what I'm already talking about, actually. I guess I'm just pre-gaming for the real topic, so it's going to be lit. So, guys, if you haven't yet, definitely make sure that you're getting in the Facebook group and letting all the other babes know that this call is on, and we're about to dive into the topic now. But one thing is the WarriorBabe workouts are updated in the app. Good luck, you guys. I had fun making those workouts, and they are fire this round. I mean, even more fire than they've been. So, and then another update, you know, we are working really fucking hard on getting this whole white screen issue figured out. This is probably one of the hardest things that I've had to face, and it's taking up a lot of my mental energy in trying to get it handled, because it's not something, I'm somebody that, you know, if something happens, I want to fix it right away, and I usually can. But when it's something that's out of my control, I have to let the team and I have to let the support people, like, do their thing to try and figure out what the hell is going on. So please believe me and trust me that we are working on this, and this will be situated and settled. Now, I know a lot of you guys have there's detailed instructions inside the Facebook group to get that app back up and running. It may have to be done once or twice, but I promise you, like, this is getting figured out, okay? All right, so let's dive in. So for today's topic, I've talked about this before, but I feel like I know a lot more of you now, and I can hone in on more specifics of what you guys are dealing with and your struggles, connecting it to my struggles, connecting it to the ways that you guys can handle those struggles moving forward. And it's actually it's inspired by, I got to talk to 2 VIP babes this week that are moving up from, revolution from the blueprint into the VIP, and just speaking with them really hit home to realize, like, God, we're all in this together, and I may be a couple steps ahead of you guys, but if you guys listen and learn from me, from somebody who's already gone through the trial and tribulations of knowing exactly what you're going through, and I figured out a solution, and you listen to me and learn from me, then that's just going to put you on the right path instead of going down this windy fucking road and having figured this out for yourself. Like, I am here to hold your hand and help you. As long as you can deal with my tough love, and as long as you guys are willing and open to learn something that you may never have done before, okay? Even if it's challenging and scary, that's what this is all about. All right, so today's topic is how to succeed at becoming lean and building that muscle, building that shape, having that composition that you want to have without self-sabotaging yourself. So, like I kind of tabbed in a couple minutes ago, starting a new journey can cause a lot of excitement, and then it can cause a lot of overwhelming feelings. Like, you feel like you have to complete so much and understand everything about this lifestyle in 7 days. All right? How many of you guys have felt like that, still feel like that? You're still learning, and you're 2 months into this program. And if you don't feel as though you aren't like good enough, like you don't feel like you don't understand this, and you feel like the results are taking longer, and you just get frustrated. Right? Guys, this is normal. This is so normal. You know why? You're basically battling your old self to become the next best version of yourself. And all of these old self feelings, all of these, I got to get this done yesterday, I need results tomorrow. This is your old self getting in the fucking way of your new self, which your new self completely grasps the concept that this takes time, but is not willing to accept that. Because then your old self is stepping in and being like, no, man, you can do this in 7 weeks. There's 6-week programs out there that can completely crash your metabolism. I'm not even going to go down that avenue. But you know what I mean? Like, so you are kind of getting in your own way. And I want you guys to know that one way or another, we all are doing that together. Like, we're all, one day is always going to be different than another day. Right? And the problem is that why you guys may feel like this overwhelm and this frustration is because a lot of people or yourself can get tripped up in feeling as if like you aren't where you're supposed to be. And how many of you guys are 40 plus and you're like, what the fuck? I've been working at this for so long. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Why are things changing right now? Right? And then majority of those people give up in the first 2 weeks. But guys, listen to me. You guys are WarriorBabes now, and WarriorBabes don't give up. So I want to help you and go through some things that are going to squash these feelings of like doom, that like you're not succeeding, and the self-sabotage that you face, like the things that you get in your own way. Like one of the babes shared with me, and it hit home. It was like she was like, I almost do this. I almost create the self-sabotage, and I know I do it. She's like, I don't know why I do it. She's like, I do it, but I don't know why I do it. It's like I feel good doing it. I feel good creating it. I'm like, oh, my God, I know what you mean. It's like, you shouldn't have the popcorn, but you have the popcorn, right? Or even if you hit your macros and you're like, you have more than you should have. I get it. That's you basically being in your head and not being in the now, right now, not being in the conscious moment of right now. Like, to kind of go off topic, my workout this morning was just complete shit. And the reason why is I was way far into my head. There's a lot of lifestyle changes that are changing right now for me. And I woke up bawling my eyes out. My eyes are so heavy and tired right now. because of the changes I'm going through. A lot of good, a lot of things that are scaring the fuck out of me. But I got to the gym and I was like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. And even when I started doing the workouts, I started doing the exercises, and it was just one of those days where I was just far into my head and couldn't get out. And the same goes when you guys dive deeper into having more than you've allotted with your macros. The same goes with that. You're just far in your head, and you're not here right now. You're not in the moment right now. You're not. Because I'm in my head, I'm creating all these scenarios, and, these things aren't even true. I don't know. I'm getting lost in the rabbit hole, basically, or I'm connecting myself with past things that aren't real right now, right? So, when you guys find yourself eating more than you should, you're not here. You're in your head, and where your head is, the way that you can easily pull yourself out is taking a deep breath and looking around you and be like, okay, none of the things going on in my head are even real or true. I'm here right now. That's all that matters. And, then you may find yourself stopping the eating or getting better back into your workout. It's different every day. I couldn't get out of my head, so my workout was shit today. But to get back on topic, let's dive into the 3 things that can help you squash these feelings that you feel. If you're feeling frustrated, or you're feeling like you're self-sabotaging yourself, or you feel like you're not where you should be, I want you to learn how to live with loving every single moment of this journey. Because, hey, I told you before, we're human. There's going to be days that are rough. There's going to be days where you fail. There's going to be days where you do get in your own way. But I want you to learn how to love and live with every single moment of this journey, and know that it's okay to go through those days. Because you will learn from them how to handle tomorrow, how to handle the next day, how to handle the next time this happens. Because it's going to happen all the time. It's never going to stop. It's not like it's sunshine and fucking rainbows outside all the time. It's not happening. Okay, but the first one is detachment. So, okay, this is a really good story. So detachment. So I was working with a one-on-one client of mine, and a couple of years, I think it was 2 years ago, and she lost 18 pounds within 12 weeks, and it was amazing. She had an amazing accomplishment. But to her, she was still unfulfilled. She felt as if she wasn't where she was supposed to be. She fell into the comparison, which robbed her of her own success. She saw herself as a failure, basically. She thought she should have been so much further. She thought she should have. She just thought so much than actually seeing her true success. Until I had a brutal, honest conversation with her, and what she was doing here was allowing her goals and outside forces like friends, social media, people around her, people telling her that she should be like this when she wasn't, and people were just getting in her head. And she was allowing them to control her feelings, to control the thoughts about her, instead of her learning to control her own feelings and stay true to her own vision of herself. So continuously, she indulged in comparison thinking, where she measured her value based on what others were doing, which many, many of us do. How many of you guys say, I don't look the way I want to look? I see so many women who look amazing and I just look the same. Or others have reached their goals faster than I have, right? In our community, there's people that are further along than the ones that are just beginning. But there's no reason to compare yourself. Comparisonitis is what I like to call it, to them, because you're just starting your journey and they've probably been in it for a couple of months. Right? We all do this. And this can become overwhelming, and then you start going down the rabbit hole of the comparisonitis, allowing other people to control your feelings. When people say, well, you should look like this, and then you're like, well, shit, should I, or am I on the right track? Guys, you are on the right track. Don't ever let somebody else get in your head about where you think you should be. As long as you feel good about yourself, as long as you feel good about the results that you're getting, as long as you tell yourself on a daily basis that you are a work in progress and the results are coming, Don't ever let somebody get in your head about it. And the thing why this happens is that we are so obsessed with the outcome of our goals, and we want them to happen so fast. Like, people want them to happen yesterday. It's just the way that people are programmed now. It's horrible. It's the microwave society. One of the babes has said that before. The microwave society. We want shit fast. We want shit yesterday. So the key solution here is that we need to detach ourselves from our goals. And I don't mean completely. I don't mean to, like, forgo ever imagining what your goals are. I don't mean to, never be able to see them. I don't mean to forget about them. I firmly believe that you always want to create a mental picture of what you want your body to look like, but I say not completely because many people view detachment as moving away from something, right? I mean, that's like what I used to think of it as. People just think detachment is moving away from something. So instead of thinking of it as moving away from something, I want you to think of it like detachment is being extremely close with your goals, but not letting them consume or control you. Mind-blowing. Detachment is being extremely close with your goals, but not letting them consume or control you. So that was the first important thing, detachment. Now, not completely, but still being extremely close to them, but not letting them consume or control you. To the point where if, like, your friend says something, you go down the rabbit hole. What the fuck? Why am I not where I want to be? Right? All right, so that was the first one. Now the second one is ditch the timelines. Like, I'm going to tell you this over and over and over again. Yeah, I get people want goals in 3 months. I get people want goals in 6 months. But once you ditch the timelines, I guarantee you will get to your goal faster than what you even thought possible, because you're not focused on an outcome. You're not focused on a date. You're not focused on, like, I need to do this by this day. Because then that even creates more overwhelm. Fall in love with this process, you guys. Now, it's okay. If you do want to have a date, it's okay. But most importantly, what I want you to do is fall in love with your journey. Fall in love with this process. I wish I could go back to day one and take and soak in every single moment of this. Because where I am now and where I was when I first started, I am completely two different people. And what I can look back at right now as I'm sharing this with you is I loved every single minute, even the ups and the downs and the failures and the bawling my eyes out. I have loved every second of this journey. Because ups and the downs and the failures and the shit that you're going to go through is you working on you. You working to become the next best version of yourself. Live in the moment of each day. Stop being in your head. Stop going down rabbit holes that don't even make sense, right? Be in control of what you can do today that will better you tomorrow. Because if you get lost in the rabbit hole, it's going to create a lot of stress. It's going to create a lot of overwhelm. You're going to want to dive into the Oreos. You're going to dive into popcorn. You're going to be out of control. But if you can be in control of what you can do today, then that will better you tomorrow. And then all these little nitpicking habits are going to stop. You've got to fall in love with the process, and you've got to fall in love with your journey. So that was really the second one. I wouldn't really say ditch timelines for that one. I would say fall in love with the process and fall in love with your journey. Because it's okay to have an end date. It's okay to have a goal. But during that, you can't get overwhelmed by that date. You have to fall in love with the process. And if you get to that date and it's not happening, you got to look back and be able to look back at who you are and what you've come through and what you've done, and be proud of that. And then the last one is trusting the process, which I think I kind of talked about that one already, but that was more about the detachment. But you got to turn negative behavior into positive behavior. But it's hard to trust the process when so many people have tried so much in their past, have tried so many different things out there, and then they look at WarriorBabe as like, oh, it's just another thing. But that is what I'm trying to steer so far away from. So why I say trust the process and A, believe me now, trust me later, is you just got to believe every single day that you can do this. Okay? Because let me tell you, like, by trusting the process, it's kind of like dating back to when we were kids. We didn't master the process of walking in one day, did we? Change also doesn't happen overnight. However, it does happen over time. So we need to trust the process of change. And change can be scary as fuck. But it's the way you want to view it. Is it scary or is it exciting? So what you can do is, like, if it's hard for you to trust the process, the main reason is because you're going down a negative loop instead of a positive loop. So today, maybe, it's still early in the day, but maybe you can think of something that you had a self-sabotaging thought today already. Is it like lack of self-confidence, self-esteem, self-doubt? Like, think about that. Now, figure out what triggers that. Did you get on the fucking scale? Did you scroll through social media and see other people that are far more in their journey than you are? Like, what if you had a thought about this already, what triggered it? Now, can you avoid these triggers throughout the day? For example, if you experience self-doubt because the number went up on the scale, can you avoid the trigger by throwing away the scale? Guys, like, the scale can be a very great tool. A very great tool. But if you are somebody who has a poor relationship with it, why would you get on the scale on a daily basis? Why would you do that to yourself? It's like people love inflicting this pain. And this is what one of the babes said the other day, is like they love, like, they know they're about to self-sabotage themselves and they do it anyway. Why would you do that to yourself? If you know you don't have a great relationship with it, throw it away. Because honestly, or listen to the fat loss versus weight loss rally call. I did it 2 times because it was so damn good. And your weight, guys, your weight is going to fucking fluctuate. It's going to fluctuate by 5 pounds. It's going to fluctuate by 3 pounds. You're going to gain 15 fucking pounds if you want to put muscle on. Okay? I did. So if you have a poor relationship with it, just throw it away. And once you can work on yourself, then you can introduce a scale back in. Because it is a great tool. You just got to look at it in a positive light and understand what's going on, more knowledge-based, which you can listen to the fat loss versus weight loss rally call, which you will understand then. It'll be mind-opening for you if you are a person who has a poor relationship with seeing numbers. And plus, if you have a poor relationship with that, you can find a more instead of putting yourself in that position of fucking self-sabotaging yourself and, like, knowing it's going to happen, whether the number goes up or down, that's a negative side of things. Instead of doing that to yourself, find a more positive behavior for measuring your progress. I can't preach this enough. How many times I say to take pictures, I say to measure yourself, and nobody fucking does it. Not nobody, but a lot of people just ignore that because they don't want to see themselves in their pictures. You guys, I can guarantee you that you are going to see change. Even if you're 90% or 85%, you're going to see change over a period of time. It's absolutely inevitable that you don't, if you're doing the WarriorBabe workouts and if you're eating consistently, like, your body is going to change, especially with putting on muscle. It's going to start changing shape. The scale may not tell you that. The scale leaves out a lot of important factors, but pictures are not going to lie. And what you can do is practice this new behavior until it becomes a new positive habit, right? So instead of the negative aspect of the scale, taking in the new behavior of taking measurements and progress photos, and then that new habit, that new positive habit is going to start forming for yourself. So the last one was trust the process. And if you find yourself creating negative experiences or past experiences around your new journey, and it's hard for you to trust the process, figure out those triggers, figure out that negative behavior that you do, and turn it into a more positive behavior for yourself. So detachment, falling in love with your process and your journey, and trusting it. Trusting it is probably the hardest thing. So trust is one of the hardest things for people to do in general. But the most important, it's not the outside factors. It's not having the victim mentality of what's around you. Trust comes by you. It starts within you. And when you can trust yourself, then you can trust your process and your journey. Now, the reason why trusting, what it really, really comes down to is probably not the scale, probably not. This is really just coming to my head right now. It's going to be really good. It's probably not the scale. It's probably not the progress photos. The reason why you can't trust the process is because you can't trust you, because you keep failing. And instead of learning from your failure, or instead of going down the negative loop of failure, think about that. It's like you're cheating on yourself. It's like a relationship. This relationship is with you. Would you trust yourself after you cheat on yourself? No. So that's why you probably can't trust this process, is because you can't trust yourself. So you need to dig deep. You need to be aware of what trips you up. And as hard as it is to change it, you've got to change it, or you're just going to keep going in this loop. And you're going to keep going in it for years until something clicks. I'm trying to make it click right now so you don't go in those loops. And you got to change into a positive behavior. All right, guys. I hope that this rally call has helped you. I feel like, it hit home for me, and I know that a lot of you guys are probably going through the same thing of like wondering, not seeing results, wondering where you are. But what does it really come down to? It comes down to you. So you need to be in check with yourself. All right? Let me know what you guys thought about this rally call on the Facebook group. I'd love to see the comments and see, if you guys enjoyed it. And so I wanted to make that announcement. This rally call is going to be moving to effective on Sunday. So this rally call next Saturday is going to be moved to Sunday at 6 p.m. All right? So effective on November 3rd, this rally call is moving to Sunday at 6 p.m. And it will be like that for 3 to 4 weeks. All right, guys? So, again, let me know what you guys thought inside the Facebook group of this rally call. Give me some feedback. And go trust yourself and trust this process, okay? I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.